Alright, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do game number 23 of the 1977 Red Sox replay using Strat-o-Matic baseball. Red Sox just came off a series win against the Mariners, taking 2 out of 3 at Fenway. They'll face the California Angels here at Fenway on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I believe it was May 6th, 7th, and 8th, or something like that. Maybe 7th, 8th, and 9th, possibly. I think it might be 7th, 8th, and 9th. But anyway, regardless of that, the Red Sox, we have a good pitching matchup today. The Red Sox are in first place by a half game after today's games, except for the Red Sox game, by a half game ahead of the Orioles. And the Angels also doing pretty well, 13 and 11, 2.5 games behind the Kansas City Royals in the American League West. So let's get this game underway. Yeah, you can see that Baltimore did play today, and I think they lost. But anyway, let's play the game. So we have a good pitching matchup today. We have Nolan Ryan, the Express, on the hill for the Angels against Louis Tiant for the Red Sox. Let's play ball.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Tiant on the hill for the Red Sox against Nolan Ryan for the California Angels. Tiant comes in with a 2-1 record, 4.55 earned run average. 28 innings pitched, has allowed 34 hits, 11 walks, 13 strikeouts, and has allowed 1 home run. The defense behind him is going to be Yastrzemski in left, Evans in center, Carbo in right. Hobson, Dillard getting the start at short. For some reason, Burleson has his second day off in a row. He is available, but he's getting his second day off of the season. Dillard getting a start. Doyle at second and Scott at first. Fisk behind the plate. The batting order for the California Angels is going to be Bobby Grich. The shortstop hits first. Jerry Remy, the future Red Sox, the Rem Dog, bats second. Don Baylor, the first baseman, hits third. Joe Rudy in the left bats cleanup. Barry Bonds, the right fielder, hits fifth. The third baseman, Dave Trock, hits sixth. Bruce Bochy, the center fielder, hits seventh. Ron Jackson, the DH, bats eighth. And Andy Etchebarren, the veteran catcher, behind the plate. So that's your lineup for the Angels against Tiant. Grich comes in hitting .277, 6 homers, 15 runs batted in. Grich steps into the box. Tiant looks in for the sign. It's an average night here at Fenway for the weather, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner. So Grich steps in the box. Tiant looks in for the sign, looks up to the sky, kicks and delivers here at Fenway. That's going to be a fly ball to right. Carbo is there. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. Jerry hitting .255 on the season with 11 runs batted in. Pitch by Tiant. Corners are in. And Remy will draw the walk. So Scott holding him on. Remy is a threat to steal. Lots of speed on the California team. So Baylor up to the plate now. Baylor comes in hitting .302 with 5 homers, 21 runs batted in. Pitch by Tiant. Pops it up to short. Dillard calls for it and makes the catch for out number 2. Joe Rudy up to the plate now. Rudy hitting .330 on the season, 8 homers, 22 runs batted in. Tiant holding Remy close to the bag. Steps off. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit to left. Yastrzemski gets it back in quickly, holding Remy at second. So runner in scoring position, first and second with 2 down for Bobby Bonds. Having a great season, .351, 7 homers, 26 runs batted in. Tiant looking to get out of it with no damage. It's going to be a fly ball to right. Carbo is there, though. But do not score. And we head to the bottom of the first. Nolan Ryan on the hill. Off to a good start this season. He was 19-16 with a .277 ERA in the actual season. 3-1 so far in the replay. .331 ERA. 54 innings pitched. Only 26 hits allowed, so less than a half a hit an inning. So 1 hit every 2 innings. That's tremendous. Has walked 48 batters at it to kind of make up for that. And has struck out 64 in 54 innings, averaging more than a strikeout per inning. And has surrendered 4 home runs. So the Red Sox lineup is going to be as follows. Bernie Carbo, the right fielder, hits first. Danny Doyle at second, bats second. Jim Rice, the DH, will hit third. The captain, Kyle Yastrzemski, bats cleanup, the left fielder. George Scott, the first baseman, hits fifth. Carlton Fisk behind the plate will bat sixth. Evans off to a great start on the season, as is Fisk. The center fielder hits seventh. Butch Hobson in third and eighth. And Steve Dillon getting a start today. The shortstop bats ninth. So Carbo hitting .421 in 19 at-bats with a homer and 6 runs batted in. Ryan looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to be a range check on Rudy. Rudy, excellent range. Shouldn't have a problem with this. Gets to it. And makes the catch for out number 1. All right, that'll bring up Denny Doyle next. Doyle also off to a good start. .342 with 10 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to the opposite field. Rudy is there once again and makes the catch for out number 2. So that'll bring up Rice. Rice hitting .330 with 9 homers, 25 runs batted in. Also has 6 doubles and 9 triples, 94 at-bats. Pitch to Rice. And he'll draw the walk. That'll be Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski was off to a slow start, hitting 200, less than 200 for most of the first month of the season, almost. In the last couple of weeks, has recently come out of it and is hitting .283 with 4 homers, 20 runs batted in. See if Yaz can continue to hit. Oh, he can stay away from that 4 column. It's a range check on Gritch. Gritch with a 3 range. He'll get to it. Over to first to get Yastrzemski and end the Red Sox first. So after 1 full, no score. Chalk to lead it off. Chalk hitting an even .300 with 5 at-bats and 5 runs batted in and 80 at-bats. Pitched by Tiant. Strike 3 swinging for out number 1. Bruce Bochy, or Bochy, however you pronounce it. .269 with a homer and 9 runs batted in. Fly ball to center field. Evans with a 2 range in center. Gets to it. And makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the California second. Hitting .286 with 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. Ground ball to Hobson at third. Scoops it up. In the second, so after 1.5, no score still. So it'll be Scott, Fisk, and Evans up against Ryan. Scott hitting .280 on the season with 5 homers, 14 runs batted in. Here's the pitch to the boomer, and a good eye. He lays it off. So Baylor and Chalk will be in on the grass against Fisk. Fisk off to an excellent start, 382 with 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. The pitch to Pudge. And he'll take a called third strike for out number 1. So Evans 376, 6 homers, 24 runs batted in. After an excellent start, gets one in the wheelhouse. Just misses the home run. If it would have been a 9 split, it would have been a home run. Or a 10 split almost. But gets the 8 split, and it's a strikeout. So 2 down now for Hobson. Hobson hitting .258, 4 homers, 17 runs batted in. Wow. The Red Sox are finding that K spot. Helping out Ryan there. As Ryan's got the strikeout going. As advertised. So Echeverria, number 9 hitter, up to the plate now. Hitting .333 in 21 at-bats, so 7 for 21 on the season with 2 runs batted in. He'll lead it off for the Angels here on the top of the third. Ground ball to Doyle. Doyle with a 2 range. He'll get to it. And make the play for out number 1. Up to in the plate now. And Tiant gets a strikeout. His second of the game. So Jerry Remy walked his first time up. And he'll walk again. So Tiant loses Remy for the second time. And Remy will be on with a 2-out walk. So to bring up Baylor 0 for 1. Range check on Dillard. Ooh, Dillard a 4 range. Gets to it. And Dillard definitely a liability in the field. Allowing Dillard to reach, so runner in scoring position once again. First and second for 2 down. Rudy up to the plate now. Rudy already has a hit today. This time, so we'll head to the bottom of the third with the score still scoreless here at Fenway. So Dillard will lead it off. Dillard hitting .280 on the season with 3 runs batted in and 25 at-bats. It's going to be a range check on Rudy. He'll get to it. And make the catch for out number 1. So back to the top of the order. Bernie Carbo. And he will draw the walk. Doyle up to the plate now. Red Sox are going to go for some hit and run, I think, here. Try to get something going. Oh, no, we don't want that. Carbo does not steal, does he? No. No, we don't want Carbo running, so we're not going to hit and run. So Doyle up to the plate. And back-to-back walks. Back behind the plate. So Rice with an opportunity to put the Red Sox on the board. He walked his first time up. That's going to be a fly ball to right. Bonds drifting over. He'll make the catch. Carbo will tag, but he'll hold. As Bonds with a very good arm in right. So Yastrzemski with a chance to put the Red Sox on the board here. 0 for 1 on the day. Yaz gets one in the wheelhouse. And that's going to be over the head of Bhakti. Or Bochi, however you pronounce it. 1 run will come in. Doyle will also score, and Yastrzemski will have himself a 2-run double. So 2 big runs for the Red Sox. And they get on the board first. So Scott up to the plate now as Yaz gets his lead. Scott walked his first time up. And Ryan gets Yastrzemski with a big 2-run double puts the Red Sox on top 2-0 after 3. So it'll be Bonds, Chalk, and Bochy up to the plate. I'm going to call him Bochy. Bonds 0 for 1. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. Carbo's there and makes the catch for out number 1. Chalk up to the plate now. Ground ball to Doyle. California 4th. Bochy up to the plate now. 0 for 1 on the day. Range check on Doyle. Doyle with a 2 range. He'll get to it. Has a little trouble with it, but recovers and throws it out. Fisk 0 for 1 up to the plate now. Ryan back on the hill. And Fisk finds the one good thing on that 4 column and gets himself a base hit. So Fisk will be held on by Baylor. Evans up to the plate now, 0 for 1. Range check on Remy. Remy with a 3 range. Just does get to it. Can they turn 2? It's just under his glove. And Fisk will motor all the way to third. So they'll put runners at the corners with nobody out. For Hobson. Red Sox can definitely use some insurance here. And here's the pitch to Hobson. And that's going to be a ground ball. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Oh, actually, they only get the runner at first. I thought it was a double play there, but apparently it was not. So runners will move up. So it's second and third now with the 1 down for Dillard. As we look at some scores from around the league, Minnesota over Toronto 5-4. Oakland and the Yankees are scoreless. Detroit over Milwaukee 6-3. Cleveland over Chicago 3-2. No score in Baltimore against the Mariners. And Texas over Kansas City 3-0. So Dillard up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1 on the day. It'll be a range check on Remy. And this time he'll handle this one cleanly. See what he does with it. Comes over to first. As Fisk scores in the back door. As Evans moves to third. So an RBI ground out for Dillard. And the Red Sox now lead at 3-0. So Carbo is 0 for 1 with a run scored. And he'll ground out to Remy to end the inning. But the Red Sox tack on another run, and it's 3-0 after 4. So it'll be Ron Jackson 0 for 1. Tiant now with a 3-run lead. And strikes out. Strikeout number 4 on the day. Etchebarren 0 for 1 on the day. And you're going to have a range by Fisk. He's a 1 range. Does he get to it is the question. So 2 up and 2 down, the California 5th. Tiant on cruise control. Grich 0 for 2 on the day. Strikes out swinging. Boston 3 and California nothing. So Doyle 0 for 1 with a run scored. Ryan back out there. One for 19 would have been a hit, but he gets a 20 on the split, and he's retired. 1-3 on the putout by Ryan. This is 0 for 1 with a walk. And he'll walk for the second time today. So only 4 strikeouts. And Rice reaches with 1 down. He'll be held on by Baylor. Yastrzemski with a big 2-run double his last time up. 1 for 2 on the day. Hits a grounder to third. Over to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. So 2 down now. Yastrzemski hits into the fielder's choice. Scott 0 for 1 with a walk. And Scott will take a call, 3rd strike. And that will do it for the Red Sox in the 5th. So after 5 full, it's 3-0 Red Sox. So Remy's walked twice. Corners are in on the grass. Fly ball to center. But Evans is there, and he makes the catch. Alright, that'll bring up Baylor 0 for 2 with 1 down. And it's going to be a range check on Doyle. He gets to it. And retires his count. Retires Baylor for out number 2. Tiant's given up just 1 hit so far. And that's the Joe Rudy, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Make that 2 for 3 as he gets his 2nd hit off Tiant. Oh, a 2-out single. Scott will hold him on. Bonds up to the plate now, 0 for 2. Rudy can't seem to get a good lead. And Bonds will number 3. So after 5.5, it remains a 3-0 Red Sox lead. Ryan back out there. Ryan already up to 86 pitches through 5. Fisk 1 for 2 with a run scored. And swinging strike 3 for out number 1. So Evans 1 for 2 on the day. Red Sox themselves with just 3 hits on the day. And Evans will draw the walk. So number 6 today. And there is some stirring in the California pen there. So Butch Hobson up to the plate now with 1 out and 1 on. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Takes a call, 3rd strike for out number 2. So Dillard 0 for 2 with an RBI. Grounds it sharply to Chalk at 3rd. Goes to 2nd for the force to end the inning. So after 6 full, the Red Sox shutting out the Angels 3-0. So Chalk 0 for 2. pops foul. It's going to be close. Behind third, Hobson will make the catch for out number 1. Sabocci up to the plate now. 0 for 2 on the day. California 7th. And then Ron Jackson, who's 0 for 2. Fly ball to right. Carbo's there and makes the catch, and the Angels go in order. 7th inning stretch time. Here we go. By winning the 1975 World Series, the Reds ended a drought that had lasted how many years? So when did the Reds last win a World Series? I don't know. I just replayed the 1975 World Series if you want to check that out using Dynasty League Baseball on the channel. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to say we'll go like 46 years. I'll just take a guess. 35 years. Okay. So 1940 was the last time they'd won a World Series. I did not know that. Okay, so Bernie Carbo up to the plate now here in the bottom of the 7th. Red Sox play 3-0 lead. Excuse me. Ryan back out there. Carbo's 0 for 2 with a run scored. And he will strike out looking. So Ryan up to 8 strikeouts on the day. So Doyle's 0 for 2 with a run scored. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. Gritch up with it over to first. 2 up and 2 down. The Red Sox 7th. So Rice has walked twice today. 0 for 1 officially. Ground ball to Gritch. And that'll do it, as the Red Sox are retired in order. So we head to the 8th with the Red Sox leading 3-0. 30,859 is the attendance here at Fenway. So Echeverria 0 for 2 up against Tiant. Tiant up to 87 or 90. I think it's 87 pitches. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So Echeverria reaches. Steering in the Red Sox pen. Gritch 0 for 3 as Scott will hold them on. Ooh, ground ball to short. Gets to it. Commits the error. I just thought about taking Alright, so first and second. Nobody out for Jerry Remy is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. And that's ground ball to short. This could be 2. Dillard up for it over the door for 1. Dillard makes up for his miscue. Kind of. By turning 2. So Echeverria at third now with 2 down. Baylor, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Tiant trying to get through 8. And he kicks back and delivers. The Red Sox lead 3-0. So 7.5, sorry. Red Sox now up in the bottom of the 8th. Ryan's still out there. Ryan up to 121 pitches. He's a workhorse. So Yastrzemski 1 for 3 with a double. A 2-run double to get the Red Sox on the board. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Yastrzemski will draw the walk. Now 7 walks for Scott up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And so Fisk up now, 1 for 3 with a run scored. And that's a ground ball to short. This could be 2. Over to Remy for 1. Back to first. Double play. And that will do it for the Red Sox. So let's look at some finals from around the league. Toronto beats Minnesota 7-6. The Yankees beat Oakland 7-6 also, it looks like. Detroit all over Minnesota 14-5. Cleveland shut out Chicago 3-0. Baltimore loses, I think, to Seattle 8-5. And the Rangers, which is good news for the Red Sox. And Texas beats Kansas City 10-7. Well, those are leads, so some of those aren't finals. Let's see if the Baltimore one is a final. No, those are ahead. So those are not finals. I thought they were, but they're not. Okay. All right, so Tiant back in for inning number 9. Up to 110 pitches. There is some action in the Red Sox pen, so Joe Rudy, 2 for 3, will lead it off. Who do the Red Sox have in the pen? Do I want to bring in Stanley? It looks like he might be... He's got a little line after him, so I don't know how. Well, Bill Campbell was the closer, wasn't he? Ooh. All right, I'm going to let...
Hot dog! Ballpark! Hot dog!
I'm going to let him pitch to Rudy, even though Rudy's 2 for 3 against him. All right, we'll see what happens here. Tiant on a short lease, trying to get the complete game. Oh, I forgot to take him out. Darn. I was going to take him out. Please don't commit the error. Woo! Okay. Dillard gets to it. Throws the first. Zimmer's going to take Dillard out. Yep. Looks like Dillard. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to bring Burleson in for a defensive. He should have brought him in the beginning of the inning, but he does it now. Pretending that Dillard is injured. To bring in Burleson for defensive purposes. All right, so Bonds 0 for 3 up to the plate now. Ooh. He's going to get a hold of this one. And that's going to go all the way to the wall. And Bonds will have himself a triple. And Zimmer comes out. That's going to be it for Tiant. So Tiant can't quite get through the 9th. So Campbell's going to come in and try to nail it down. So Tiant responsible for Bonds at third. Campbell in there. Campbell has 5 saves on the season. With a 1.86 earned average, no decisions. 19 innings pitches, allowed 11 hits, 6 walks, 12 strikeouts, and has surrendered 1 homer. So Bonds gets his lead. Chalk 0 for 3 on the day. And it looks like Tony Salita is going to pinch hit for him. Salita 232 with 3 homers, 7 runs batted in. Campbell very good against lefties. Has that curve, changeup and curveball that bear in on the batter. There's the windup in the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Scott will take it to the bag. Let's get that out at first as Bonds comes in the back door and makes it a 3-1 game. But the Red Sox will trade that. So now 2 outs now for Bochy. 0 for 3 on the day. Campbell looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And a walk, so that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Oh, man. Ron Jackson 0 for 3 on the day. Fisk goes out to talk to Campbell, goes back behind the plate. Campbell looks in for the sign, looks at the runner, kicks and delivers. Ooh, thank goodness we did the range. We put Burleson in there. Burleson with a 2 range. Gets to it. As the Red Sox beat the Angels 3-1. The Red Sox, in a good pitcher's duel, beat the California Angels 3-1. So Nolan was pretty wild today. But pitches like Nolan Ryan does. Only allowed 3 hits in 8 innings, but walked 7 batters. That was the Achilles heel there, and struck out 9. So that's a typical Nolan Ryan day there. 130 pitches and takes the loss 3-2. Tiant gets the win. He goes 8 in the 3rd innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. That's 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 117 pitches. Bill Campbell gets his 6th save of the season, goes 2/3 of an inning, walking a batter. So the Red Sox, I think we're still going to give it to Tiant, though, for player of the game. Although Yastrzemski would be the Red Sox hitter of the game, going 1 for 3, but that a big 2-run double to put the Red Sox on the board at the time and give them a 2-0 lead. Red Sox with just 2 other hits by Fisk and Evans. Dillard had the other RBI with, I think, a ground out, I think it was. For the Angels, Joe Rudy was 2 for 4. And Bonds got a hit and a run scored. And Echeverria was 1 for 3. So that's all the offense today. Definitely a pitcher's duel today. The Red Sox committed 2 errors, but thankfully they did not hurt them. All right, and there's the summary there. So let's take a look at the... We'll take a look at the score sheet. If you like, there it is. And there's the play-by-play summary. There it is. All right, so let's end the game. And let's look at the standings now. So the Red Sox now in first place by a game, 16-7 over the Orioles. 1 game ahead of them. And they're 4 games ahead of their actual record of 12-11. So Red Sox bettering their record by 4 so far. And the Angels, meanwhile, fall to 13-12, 3 games behind. So we'll be back with Game 2 of the series. The Red Sox will try to get a series win tomorrow against the California Angels. So take care. God bless. If you enjoy this content, definitely give us a like. And if you enjoy our content, really like our content in our simulations, sports and video game simulations, hit that subscribe button so you can help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Drop a comment down there if you have something to say about the game or about anything we're doing on the channel. And hit that notification bell so you know when we upload new content. So take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next 1977 Red Sox replay. Bye for now.